Today we're going to be discussing challenge groups. So when you are doing the 3 vital behaviors and you need to invite, then what are you inviting them to? If you're new and kind of wanting to test the waters, you can really market yourself by starting a 5-day clean eating. I really recommend doing something that's going to really make an impact on them and where they're going to see changes and where you can educate them. As you move on as a coach, doing little, burpee challenges or squat challenges are fine. But in the beginning, really, I would do something where you're educating them and they're going to see results. But what you want to do is every month have a challenge group that you are inviting people into. It can be something fun. It can be, whatever you want to name it. But you want to have somewhere to invite them to. This month of March of 2016 is March into Spring with Mindy. So what I do is I start talking about programs and usually getting people started with 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme or 10-minute trainer or PI or something that is really a entry level program, but you can pick whatever program you want. But I start talking about the challenge group that's opening up, and I don't start on the last day of the month. I don't start on the last day of February. If I'm opening a group on March 1st, I start talking about it all of February, and then closing the date at the end of the month, saying the doors are closing for the March group. Then I'm taking names for the April group. So you need to have somewhere that you're, number one, inviting somebody to. Number two, have a deadline, a sense of urgency. And then in this group is where the magic happens. You have the people that already signed up as a coach, people that are on your team or your coach in this group, running a group full of new people that are just getting started with their program or just getting started with Shakeology. And so this is what is very important, is that when you have a challenge group and you have people in there, that you interact, that you post things, that you share things, that you also pay attention on who is doing the same. You need to have some direction. That's one thing that I didn't have when I was first a coach. So now I do daily assignments and ask questions of the participants in the group, and I post every day. So that way I can see what they're doing, I can get their feedback, and know what it is that they're doing. You can tell the quiet people from the group. So those are the people you want to reach out to in private message and see how they're doing, because they might feel uncomfortable. You really want to make this a safe zone, a fun zone, an encouraging zone, a support place for people to go to where they can get the support that they're probably not getting in the outside world. And the great thing about these challenge groups is, in these challenge groups, especially if you run little contests, and I can help you if I'm your sponsor, formulating some type of contest to figure out who's the competitive people. But this is where you really start to see the leaders. You start to see the people who are stepping out of their comfort zone. You see the people who are confident. You see the people who are not scared to share their journey with the group, not scared to share their journey outside of the group as part of the contest. And those are the ones that you want to keep your eye on and invite to become a coach on your team, because they have what it takes right then and there to launch their business immediately. And they're already proof that the product works. They're not shy. They have, not a huge issue with stepping out of your comfort zone, and they are excited about their results. And really, that's all it takes to get started, is excitement, enthusiasm, and belief, and just stepping out of your comfort zone. So the challenge groups are what are very important. And this is where you really grow a very, very strong relationship with your challengers, is in your challenge group. And so I beg of you, when you're opening up a challenge group, is that you participate. Because remember, you're looking for your next coaches, your next rock star coaches. And then whenever they sign up as a coach and they're doing their own challenge groups, you know what? They're going to do a challenge group just like they watched you do it. So if your challenge groups are like crickets and you're not posting anything that's motivational or getting anything to get the participants to respond or, move, any assignments, then they're going to have the same thing, and then they're going to have a struggle trying to identify who their rock star coaches are and what people are doing if they're not posting. So just make sure that everything that you're doing in these challenge groups and publicly needs to be something that can be duplicated by the people who are watching you, whether they're from the outside world, but especially inside the challenge group. So I hope this helps you understand the importance of a challenge group.